I just don't want to be as uncomfortable as I was watching the movie. I need this. I've got some real issues. Hey guys, my name's Lena. Welcome back to my channel, and if you've never been to my channel, welcome to my channel. This video was not really planned, and it wasn't something that I was like, oh, I need to do this video. I just got done watching a movie that hasn't made me feel so...
Like allows you, it messes your brain up because you live in this life, you know what I'm saying, but you still have to face realities.
Also, that movie could be a trigger for some people, so be careful. I'm not really a person that will read descriptions or watch trailers. I like to be surprised. So that's why I was saying, if you're easily triggered, this movie could trigger you if you've had anything like these situations happen, because it's more common than you think. I'm still processing. Movie Cuties. I like to feel things for myself and then make my opinion before I make an opinion about something I don't know nothing about. Even though the movie had me mad uncomfortable, I could relate to it. So I'm not gonna sit here and say that the movie was mad unrelatable and they didn't hit anything on the head, because I feel like they did.
That's my opinion!
Not even the movie that I really want to recommend. It's like, if you watch it, okay. When I was watching this movie, it was triggering me a little bit.
Why are you crying?
I do think the people that made this movie had some intention on just kind of shedding light on how this happens and why kids think it's okay to go down this path and start doing this adult stuff. These kids, they have the free reign to do this. They can make this secret life. Like, kids can make secret lives. Her mother was so unhappy. It's hard to see your mother cry. It's hard to know that your parent is hurting. Confusing to have to grasp a whole religion that's supposed to be so fulfilling and that's your life purpose. It doesn't make sense to children. Like, you say this is how we're gonna be happy, but my mom is not even happy, so how am I gonna be happy? It's just hard. So right in the beginning when it came in on the movie, I'm like, ooh, that's deep. And I don't know if anybody saw that, but that's how I was feeling. She has to raise her brother. When you live in the one-parent household and you have younger siblings and you're the oldest, you assume responsibility almost for that child and their well-being. And having to have that responsibility, it's hard. It's hard. And I love how Netflix was just like, let's get a Latina one, let's get a white girl, let's get a black girl, let's make sure there's this Muslim girl. They tried to bring in, I think, an aspect from all different races, because this issue is happening in all of our communities. This kind of stuff has been happening before Instagram, before people even had phones. We were sexualizing children. This is not new. This is not new. Nothing new is under the sun, guys. This is not new. So if we want to uproar and be like, I can't believe this, it's been happening. Parents be so offended that just because you brought your child into the world doesn't mean that that's how they know that you love them. They're watching you when you're talking on the phone. They're watching you when you respond and interact with people. They're watching you. And people forget that they're watching you even when you don't realize that they're watching you. So they're trying to do things that are adult because that's what they see. And kids are gonna mimic what they see. And we are just in a world where we are moving very fast. Kids are seeing a lot more. And we can thank internet, social media, phones, technology. We knew this was gonna happen. I don't understand why this is such a crazy topic to talk about. Like, we all knew if babies was having phones and they could unlock your password by the age of 1, that we was in trouble. I'm not passing blame on kids, but they're vulnerable. And people will prey on that. Confusion really messes up a mind. If you don't explain what is happening around children, what they see, if you don't explain what they're seeing, they will get confused and they will come up with their own thoughts on what they think is happening. You're not gonna understand that there's a million different things going on than just what they see. It's hard. It's very hard to be a parent. It's very hard to grow up and be a person. children being preyed upon is nothing new. This has been going on before this movie came out, so don't be mad at this movie though. I will say that I'm not gonna cancel Netflix over this movie. I do see why they made the movie.
I said what I said, and I'm not changing.
For her to know her dad and what he's like, she knew who her dad was, and she knew he hurt her mother. She knew he was a bad guy to her. That's why she didn't want to see him. When you're mad at your parents, it's a whole different vibe. Because when you're mad at your parents, sometimes you could be mad at yourself. Not having your dad in your life.
Will.
Nah, you know what, Uncle Phil? I'm gonna get through college without him. I'm gonna get a great job without him. I'm gonna marry me a beautiful honey, and I'm having me a whole bunch of kids. I'm gonna be a better father than he ever was. And I sure as hell don't need him for that, because ain't a damn thing he could ever teach me about how to love my kids. How come you don't want me, man?
Sad. There was this one scene where the kids were on like FaceTime with a grown man, and my face was like this the whole time.
Oh hell no!
A lot of cringing. It wasn't really done tastefully. This is how they dance in dance competitions, because they was really on the dance competition and the judges were like, yeah, like if Ami wouldn't have freaked out, maybe they would have won. I was very uncomfortable watching them dance. When she took that picture,
No! No! Please, no! No!
I don't want people to look at this movie and like, I don't want men to watch this movie and get a boner on watching these kids. Like, they really do that. But you know what's crazy? They're gonna do it anyway.
Disgusting.
It needs to be talked about. Trying to protect our children means to educate our children. We need to talk about it more. Period. Because kids do this to themselves. Sometimes. At the end of the day, they have no idea what they're doing. And we have to be respectful of them, that they do not know what they're doing.
I forgive myself for believing I should have done better when I didn't know how.
We should be talking to our children. We should be telling them what's out there. Because at the end of the day, it's out there. It's out there looking for them. It's out there looking for us. That negativity, those predators, a lot of people don't care, and it's so sad.
I care enough to let you know what is and isn't acceptable.
We need to be talking about it because it's not going to go away. It's just going to get worse. So I kind of was like, all right, I see what Netflix was trying to do with this movie. It was done in the most untasteful way. A person that made the film had good intentions.
We have to fix what's gone wrong so we can give the most beautiful space to our girls and boys to grow up safely and become the best version of themselves. My film Cuties is a mirror of today's society, a mirror sometimes difficult to look into and accept, but still so true.
It got me talking, it got me thinking, it got me triggered, it got me emotional. The movie really had to resonate with me, and I'm like, what can I do? Let me make a YouTube video and talk about it. I want to talk about the things that people don't want to talk about. So somebody out there is gonna feel me, or you're not gonna feel me, and you're gonna tell me how you feel anyway in the comments. This was Lena, keeping it real while also keeping it lit. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I was really like wondering how I would feel about this movie. I don't know if I'm gonna recommend it. Just watch it if you want. That's all I'm gonna say. Watch it if you want. Don't say Lena sent you. It was interesting. Y'all have a great night. Bye.
Black leather glove, no see-through. Buckles on the jacket, it's elite shit.